Yes, students, today we will learn about sonnet. What is sonnet? Sonnet is a literary term. You must have heard this name in your previous classes. Today let us discuss sonnet in detail because it will appear again and again in your classes, in the coming classes. Sonnet is a word which is derived from Italian word sonetto, which means a little sound or a strain. It's any lyric or tune you can say. It once there was a time when it referred to any sort lyric which contains love materials or any love song. However, with the passage of time, a change came, and sonnet is a term or name given to a particular kind of composition. It is a lyric, no doubt about it, but it is bounded by rigid rules. It is carefully ordered. Means the poet who wants to compose a sonnet needs to follow certain rules. He cannot ignore those rules. First rule is that he must complete his poem within 14 lines. He has to introduce, develop, and conclude his idea within 14 lines, and he has to follow a particular kind of meter. He cannot go beyond these rules. Petrarch, an Italian poet, is one of the you can say pioneer of Italian Renaissance. He started writing sonnets. He used to love a girl named Laura and used to write sonnets in praise of her beloved, or you can say his beloved. He followed a particular kind of format or pattern. He divided his sonnets into two parts. One is octave of 8 lines, and another is sestet of 6 lines. In octave, he used to produce his problem or asks a question or states a difficulty or convey a mood, and in the concluding 6 lines he used to answer that question, resolves that problem or difficulty, whatever it may be, or mood. In a different sense we can say incested, Petrarch used to continue the same kind of subject matter. He does not deviate from the subject, and it appears that he's going to bring to an end what he started. With the passage of time, he became very popular and he set a rhyming scheme or pattern which is ABBA of the octave and of the sestet CDE, CDE. ABBA means first line, fourth line, fifth line, and eighth line of the poem rhyme with each other. Third line, second line, third line, sixth, seventh line rhyme with each other. Ninth line rhymes with the 12th, 10th line rhymes with the 13th, and 11th line rhymes with the 14th. Any poet who composed his or her poems on this pattern, they were known as Petrarchan sonnets. As he was from Italy, so they were also known as Italian poet, Italian sonnet. In our syllabus, we will see in BA part first, second, third many sonnets which are modeled on Petrarchan model. John Milton's famous poem on his blindness and his other poems also, They were modeled on, you can say, Petrarchan or Italian sonnet. Now, with the passage of time in England, certain writers, Earl of Surrey, Shakespeare, etc., they also tried to write sonnets. But their sonnets were different from the sonnet or the pattern devised by Petrarch in Italy. They used to divide their sonnets into three quatrains and one couplet. Quatrain means a stanza of 4 lines. Three quatrains means 12 lines. And couplet means a stanza of 2 lines. That is, they also tried to keep the limit, or you can say foundation of 14 lines for the sonnet. But their pattern was different from Italian poet Petra. They devised a different pattern. Now, William Shakespeare, who is known as one of the major, you can say, founder of English literature or personalities of English literature, he wrote many sonnets. He wrote a series of sonnets, 154 sonnets, following a fixed pattern, that is three quatrains and one couplet. The result is that we call all the sonnets which are formed or which are modeled on the pattern devised by William Shakespeare and other poets of three quatrains and one couplet as Shakespearean sonnet. As he belonged to England, we also call them English sonnets. But the rhyme scheme of this sonnet was different from the rhyme scheme of the Petrarchan sonnet. The rhyme scheme of Shakespearean sonnet is A B A B, C D C D, E F E F G G. Means three quatrains have different kind of rhyme scheme, and concluding couplet as two rhyming lines. William Shakespeare wrote 154 sonnets, and most of them are modeled on Shakespearean pattern or Shakespearean sonnets. His poem, well known poem, The Marriage of True Minds, Shall I Compare Thee, Not Marble nor the Gilded Monuments, are the examples of Shakespearean sonnet. With the passage of time, many poets, many writers tried to devise different kind of different kind of pattern. One such poet was Edmund Spenser. What he tried to do, he tried to devise a new kind of rhyming scheme for his sonnets. So there's A B A B, B A B C B C, C D C D E E. That is first line, third line, then second, fourth, fifth, and seventh lines, sixth, eighth, ninth, and 11th line. There's a different kind of pattern used or devised by Spenser, and we call it Spenserian sonnet. With the passage of time, some poets tried to limit the lines of sonnet. They tried to write sonnets in 10.5 lines, and later on they were known by the term curtailed sonnet. There are many other poets who tried to devise different kind of pattern, but particularly we have two kind of sonnets, or broadly speaking we have two kinds of sonnets. First is because Petrarchan sonnet or Italian sonnet. In Petrarchan sonnet, we have two parts. One is octave of 8 lines and another remaining 6 line sestet. In Petrarch time, he used to write to praise his beloved, so he used to praise her in a hyperbolic manner, used to praise highly. So, in any poem, now or later on, when we find beloved is praised highly in hyperbolic terms, we called that poetry Petrarchan poetry because of the aim or target which was set by Petrarch. William Shakespeare's style of composing poems was also followed by many poets coming generation, but they were not able to do what they wanted to bring about a change. Broadly, we are still having two kinds of sonnet. One is Shakespearean sonnet, another is Petrarchan sonnet. We should keep it in mind that Petrarchan sonnet has two parts. One is octave, another is sestet. Octave consists of 8 lines. In this part, poet puts on his problem, question, whatever it may be, and in the sestet, that is of the remaining 6 lines, he tries to answer or resolve that problem. In Shakespearean sonnet, in three quatrains, the poet takes a topic or idea and he develops it. And in the couplet, he tries to either conclude the argument or caps whatever he has said in 12 lines. So, once again, I repeat that sonnet is a kind of lyric. It is a variety of lyric, not it in itself something different, but just it is a lyric, but it is bounded by rigid rules. And any person who follows these rules, he can write sonnet. There are two kinds of sonnet. One is Petrarchan sonnet, another is Shakespearean sonnet. These are the two broadly category of sonnets. Thank you.